I wish the ground could speak. Speak to the world about those who trample over it in arrogance. It would tell them of the futility of trying to rewrite what it has already carved into its own skin. And even if it could speak, it would only whisper. Whisper of the sounds of the boots, of the footprints of the boots on the streets that have swallowed the cries of children. As their voices dim into silence, I'd like to imagine that their nimble bodies are cradled by stones. No arms remain. I wish the earth could speak, but instead it would crack and crumble underneath the weight of its own grief. I'm not sure how the earth would be able to speak. Instead, its soil would weep in sorrow, its throat strangled by the shame that smothers it. It must feel shame. To be force-fed the bodies of those that tended its fields, who gave it love and asked it for little in return. Who gave it love and asked it for little in return, planting olive trees but never meant to outlive them. The earth only wished to carry them, but the bombs do not ask for their permission. Its own body dismembered to hold the bodies of those that called it home. The wind speaks as well. A silent mourner that seeps in silence as it coils through broken streets, brushing against the faces of the weary, knowing it gives them nothing but a passing touch. It howls to the world of the ghastly sense it has to bring of death and flesh and burning buildings, toys without hands, shoes without feet, and prayers without voices. It shouts their names into the hollow sky in defiance of the nameless graves waiting beneath them. The wind presses against the rubble, whispering their names through the cracks. It carries them higher, up past the shattered rooftops to the few flocks of birds that remain in the sky. If only a single bird in the sky could vocalize all the disgust it feels when over my land it flies high in the sky, not even close enough to hear the cries. I wonder what would happen if my people were given wings. Would the sky even bend to listen to the songs that they would sing? I wish the sea could do more for us than just wave. And I wonder how much it would have gave to be able to step in, and I'm sure the water holds a different kind of rage. If it could, what kind of letters would it engrave? You see, the beach is where the earth sighs into the sea. The children that used to chase its foam are now buried underneath it. You see, our restless sea. It carries for us the names that the world won't speak, as if to keep us safe from the silence. The silence is not empty. The silence stings more than the sirens. It stings more than the scene of not a single standing building in the horizons. The earth will not weep. The wind will not wail, and the sea will not rise to speak. They bear witness. They endure, but they do not break the silence, not because they can't, but because they shouldn't. It's not theirs to break. It's ours.